Support for the Jewish hostages held in a Texas synagogue last weekend has been pouring in from across the country.
The frightening incident has also galvanized Jewish groups here in San Diego. CBS 8's LaMonica Peters talks to a local Jewish organization about the impact of the ordeal and what they plan to do moving forward.
The hostage standoff over the weekend is a stark reminder of the deadly shooting that happened in Poway more than 2 years ago. Now leaders in San Diego and across the state are speaking out and taking action.
When something like this happens, it feels like it happens to all of us.
On Saturday, 4 people were held hostage during a nearly 11-hour standoff. The gunman was killed by the FBI and the hostages escaped unharmed. In the aftermath, 1,500 Jewish leaders from around the country were on a call Tuesday with the U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, asking what he plans to do to beef up security.
I think creating the resources to support that, creating the training so that law enforcement understands and that government understands the risk of anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic violence.
Gantwork says right now the Jewish community in San Diego is ramping up its efforts to get more funding for active shooter training and educating the community on how to stay safe.
We have armed guards at most of our synagogues now. We have armed guards at our preschools. We have fortresses that we have to build around Jewish institutions. And I want to know where the outrage is about that, because we shouldn't have to live like that in this society.
Gantwork says 58% of all hate crimes were against Jews last year. The nonprofit Security Grant Program provides places of worship money to improve security measures. California Assemblyman Jesse Gabriel says $50 million in security grant funding was allocated last year, but much more is needed.
The Governor's Office of Emergency Services releases an application. Nonprofits across the state can apply, and then experts from law enforcement actually look at all the applications and they decide which are the nonprofits that are facing the greatest threat.
San Diego's Jewish Federation says that it recently hired grant writers to apply for the federal security funding. In the meantime, they'll remain vigilant about staying safe.